Well, one other thing, we work inside the detention center in the jail, and as you know, you know, a lot of times young people are released on electronic monitoring. I think before they had so many electronic monitoring apparatus, they would have just been released and given a court date. But now, because it's so easy and because there's this sense of prolonged incarceration that electronic monitoring allows the courts to do, so often young people are put on electronic monitoring sometimes for upward to a year or better. And so often they're not successful. They strive to be successful, but there's so many other issues going on in their lives that it really is not healthy for them to stay in that house. Some of those houses are rather toxic. And what I always say, what I have been told in my life, if things get tough enough, just walk away and give a little bit of space. Well, with someone on electronic monitoring, that's not possible to do, so there's no escape route. And oftentimes, that causes more havoc in the family than it helps. So we have a lot of young people who have been or are on electronic monitoring. But if there are programs that have some flexibility to them, like we're going to do something different this day, we're going to go out, for example, and get your rap sheet so we can start this expungement process, or we're going to go do this, take care of this as far as a job, going to the job site and interviewing, then we can't do that with someone who's electronic monitoring because we've already called in that this is where they'll be from this hour to that hour. So there's a lot of hindrances that the electronic monitoring does to someone to get back on their feet. And even just recreation. You know, tomorrow we have something called Hoops in the Hood. Kids play basketball with other kids from different communities. Very healthy, very good thing, very community-based, but a young person who's on electronic monitoring cannot participate in that because it's not at this site. And so getting that permission on a Saturday is very difficult to do. So there's a lot of problems with that. Coupled with the fact that there are times when, because of their lifestyle, the power's off in their house. I can't tell you how many times I've had a kid come and tell me the electric's off, the lights are out, and so you can't charge your electronic monitoring ban. So little things like that are part of the issue as well. I think the biggest things that what it says to me, and I think what it is, that we don't trust the community to monitor this person. So some of these young people are part of our programs. We know them very well. We're standing in court with them. We have the capability of trying to provide the parameters and the monitoring of that young person outside of electronic monitoring. Sometimes that electronic monitoring is really just a hindrance of furthering that relationship. So there may be times in which that electronic monitoring is useful for a short period of time, but for the most part, I see it as a problem and unnecessary. It's a further kind of layer of bureaucratic kind of control that the courts feel they need to have over a particular person. And it doesn't do them any good. It doesn't help them, you know, with their own self-disciplines and what I should or should not do. And it can be a huge problem getting them locked up again because they were not able to fulfill all the restrictions of our electronic monitoring program. Yes.